All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market Prep. I hope everyone is having an amazing morning. Hopefully that you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Norm. How you doing today?
Good morning, brother. I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing good, man. Can't complain. Glad that it's Friday. It's been definitely an interesting week, guys, as we see the SPY kind of heading back to some weekly type lows here of this base. So we'll see where things are going. But overall, cannot complain. Um, Guys, let's get to it. Our gappers list this morning.
Bef-
Let's
Let's get to the spy before we do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
We just had a ton of news come in, guys. And for whatever reason, the list is so long, I think it screwed up the sheet that I put all the data in. So right at 8:30, we had PC inflation month over month and year over year both come in, real disposable incomes, real consumer spending, personal income, consumer spending, and employment cost index. And that has obviously turned the market around greatly. We were down a decent gap down this morning, 1% on the indexes. And that has caused us essentially to go green for a moment on the Qs, and the SPY is approaching previous day close. So all the volumes come in last few minutes, popping higher. Europe was down big overnight, 2.5% on most of their stuff, broad indexes. So yeah, we'll see how this day goes. That was interesting. The chart, the dailies on the spies and the Qs are a little concerning. But we'll see if it's consolidation or for a lower or for a move lower, or if we're gonna bounce from where we are. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Again, just been very, very interesting the last couple of days with the overall market and the way things are moving, and just the sheer volatility that we're getting.
Yeah,
Guys,
absolutely.
Gappers list this morning. We are a couple of things in the green. Not so much though, as we've seen, the few days before, right? Kind of figure out what the market is going to do now. It's pretty much flat now, right? It wasn't as a few minutes ago, as Norm mentioned, trying to get into that green area. So we'll see how that's going to play out. I think we're going to have a different Gappers list in a few minutes if we continue one way or the other. But right now, we're seeing a couple of names in here. We'll get into those, and then a couple in the red. Hood is on here. WDC, XBEF, Neo, some of the EV stuff making an appearance on the downside, and SQ also back again on our gappers list this morning. So I know we had Apple also had earnings. We'll see how that's doing today. Yeah, let's dive
Excuse me.
into it. Um, let's get over here and let's look at our gappers list first. Let's go ahead and remove this list from here, and let's go ahead and tie this in. I'm a little bit slower, guys, today because my hotkeys are not working. So I'm doing everything a little bit more manual this morning. That's okay. I tried to restart it and it did not work, but all good. Just takes us a little bit longer to get certain things done. Let's start with INDO this morning. Oh no, this doesn't look great. Um,
Yeah, it's a Brazilian chemical company, and I'm not talking about Nair. It's probably best to just keep this off.
yeah, yeah, doesn't look good. 1.5 million shares float. Yeah, not looking great right now. So we'll skip on this one. BAK. We've seen this before. I think it's foreign. Uh, again.
That's the one I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I thought you said
Oh,
BAK. I was,
okay,
yeah, no,
okay.
this is an Indonesian oil company.
Yeah.
Low float at 1.5 million. Once again, nothing I would consider messing with
Oh, you have this one as one and a
personally.
half? Okay, I have this one at 101. This
BAK?
BAK. Yeah, I have it at
Oh,
101.
okay.
But
We're backward, man. I'm talking about INDO when you're talking about BAK. Apologies.
oh,
101
good. Let's
million.
reset.
This is the one that okay. BAK,
Yes.
Brazilian chemical company, not for personal grooming. That's not what I'm talking about, but I wouldn't trade this.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't look good. INDO, we spoke about this. This is again low flow, not looking great neither.
That's an
This morning.
Indonesian oil and gas company. One and
Yeah,
a half million share float. Would not mess with.
there we go.
There we go.
A
Now we're caught up and on
Now,
the same
now we're
page,
in
brother.
sync here. A firm just moved down here. A firm this morning, guys, up 4.6, 157,000. This ticker, man, just has not been doing well, as you can see here
No.
in the last couple of months. Their business is taking an overall hit on people not paying back. If you guys remember that, right? People are just not. This is a loaning company, something like that. It's
Buy now, pay later is what
right,
it's
right, right.
called.
Buy now, pay later. Okay. So again, people are rest of the report not paying their stuff back. Either Reddit or you or Thor told me. I forgot what it was. Either way,
I think
uh,
Thor was talking about it. I'm not real familiar with it, other than
mhm.
highly skeptical of their business plan.
Gotcha. Here is V is Visa. They are also up 4.6. Again, the reason I'm not putting A on my list, I think it just trades. It doesn't trade very well, for the most part. I hope we can find something a little bit better. And I think as the SPY continues to do what it's doing here, this list might change quite a
It's
bit.
gonna.
What?
I think we're gonna
Yeah,
change drastically over the course
yeah.
of the show.
I believe it, and I hope so because right now these names are not looking great. YNDX again doesn't trade very well. We saw this yesterday, and I took it off my list. If you look at it here, it did drop a little bit, but man, are you gonna give this stock credit, guys? I mean, we didn't actually talk about the stuff from yesterday. We got a little bit of time. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla was incredible yesterday. You could have traded that. That fell apart there. Was it Apple? Apple was okay. We had AMD also fell apart there yesterday. So again, you had so many other stocks you could have traded outside of this one. Neo also had a huge drop. So again, plenty of stuff. I won't give them that much credit for what they did yesterday. I think they can be more on the choppier side than not. So than often on the good side. CHPT charge point. We've traded this before. It has not been great. If this is in play, you usually have other EV vehicles or companies that are. This is not a vehicle, by the way. It's a charging station that are doing a lot better. So I haven't seen anything great from them. They're here Apple 3.4. Just not a big fan of them. Apple, we're definitely adding to the list. They had earnings last night. I'm going to put this on here. Was it last night? Yeah, last night.
Yeah.
4.5 million shares traded right now. Definitely seeing some action. They are up this morning 3.1. So definitely going to have that on the list today. And with the SPY doing what it's doing, we'll see how this is going to affect Apple this morning. VALE, no activity. Volume seems rather not light. You do have 305, but that's not trading well. 305,000. Look how that looks there. Doesn't look good at the moment. So we'll skip on it for now. Let's head over to our gapping down list. Hood down, man. This thing. Oh boy, oh boy. Wow. Can you
They had
imagine
earnings.
holding this thing, saying, "Hey, this is gonna rock and roll here," and now you're
Yeah.
sitting here
Ugh.
well below your IPO price? Man, this is just brutal. Um, Down 12%, guys. 1.1 million, 1 million shares traded right now. Jeez. No shares for sure, which is probably the only thing I would think on something like this at the moment. But I don't know. I just don't know what you do with this. It's not looking good overall. But now for intraday trading, you're very extended, obviously. Now, is there any strength to kind of do something like this where you popped up maybe? I just don't see anything good coming out of this today. And I think we'll have better trading opportunities. WDC this morning, Western Digital down nice 10% today.
Sunday's correct. Hood
What
didn't
was
have
that?
earnings. Hood didn't have earnings. Hood had losings last night.
Yeah, yeah, it's man, it is brutal. So you're seeing the results now, and again, just we'll see. WDC guys, big drop for them, down 9%. My issue with this stock is they don't intraday trade very well.
They are tough to
You
trade.
know,
That is for sure.
yeah.
They had earnings
Um,
yesterday.
it's a big drop today. So
Yeah, they had earnings yesterday.
maybe we
They're
can get something out of that. WDC. We'll see. We'll have to see at the bell how this is going to trade. Don't put too much weight in the pre-market activity. They're similar to like QCOM. They remind me a lot of QCOM actually. Because they'll drop, they'll do something, and the pre-market action can be very light. At the market open, you have to wait to see if you're going to get some chop or some good activity. So just gotta be patient with this one a little bit. Neo this morning. Neo looks good, down 2.8, 1.8 million shares traded. Another one that's just been taken. Look at the difference between Neo and like a Tesla. What a big difference, right? I mean, yes, we have dropped a little bit, but Neo is just getting crushed here, guys. So down 3% this morning, 1.8 million shares traded. What's the is it negative news on Neo? I don't think other stocks is XPEF dropping like this. Yeah, it is. Yeah, XPEF is dropping like this too. Um,
a lot of it is China based. Yeah, we're talking about EV tickers. And Neo was super in play, what, a year ago?
mm-hmm.
Like constantly. And it
Every
was a
day.
great trading stock. It's terrible now.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, and a lot of it is the China issue.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, we'll put Neo on here, guys. I mean, it's we'll see. Got 1.1. 6.8 million shares traded. Very active pre-market activity, man. This thing's at $20. Wow. Um, CVX this morning. This is Chevron. It looks like they have
Mhm.
some activity, maybe earnings, because
Yeah,
their
they had
stocks
earnings
don't
this
move.
morning.
Okay. Yeah, because this is actually for them a really good pre-market activity. This is a very active pre-market activity, 425. They don't get a whole lot of volume. They don't intraday trade very well. Today, maybe some opportunities out there. I don't know. I'm hoping we find something better than this one. Neo, we looked at already. That is good. And then that's what we have from our list this morning. You know what? I'm gonna add Hood for entertainment purposes only. I think this will be a good entertainment stock for today. We'll definitely be talking about it. I mean, down 12% here and just trying to get into the single digits, it looks like, this morning. So, um, Norm, anything you like on your end for today?
I'm still looking. AMD. Um, I do like AMD,
Yeah.
so Peter should be happy.
Yes. Yes, he will be. Yeah, AMD, great,
All the
great
way back
volume.
down to 100 after getting up to 165 ish,
Yes.
164.
Yes, AMD here is man, how about NVIDIA? I know NVIDIA's been good to us as well. NVIDIA, it's okay. It's okay. Similar to what Apple's doing a little bit there. Just all tech companies. We'll put that as a possible. Yeah, AMD looks good this morning. All right, guys, let's take it to the room and see what you guys have today. Let me put one of my chats over here because I had it blocking something else. There we go. Starting with our chat room. What do you guys like today? What do you guys have on your list this morning? Hood we have. That's definitely in play. Um, what else we have? Neo we have on deck too. NVIDIA, I just added to my secondary list. Ben is giving us Lucid. What is Lucid up to this morning? Lucid, yeah, good volume today. Again, nice little pop here. Up, down 1.5, but it has 1.4 million shares traded. I think this is the most we've seen in some time in the pre-market, right? So after a big drop yesterday, this could be something. Let's add Lucid to the list, see what we're getting out of that. Ford, I know Ford has been making some noise. Um, today, yeah, 1.2. I mean, are you trying to find a bounce here? If you are, this is probably the best place to do it because look at the support you had here all November, December, and then you had the nice breakout again here. So yeah, this is a good area for them if they want to do a bounce, and they got the volume to do it, and they've been having good continuation, right? Look, if you look at the daily, the candle bars, as we mentioned before, are a lot wider than we usually get on Ford. This is usually for typical volume at the bottom here, which is still a lot, still like 100 million shares traded. And then look at how small the candles are, right? November, December, we've seen an increase on that. You can see the increase in volume and look at how wide these candles are. That is what's making four a lot more interesting. So, yeah, I know I said interesting and four in the same sentence. That is strange times that we are in. TNA. TNA, what are we looking at? TNA here. TNA is it's pretty much flat right now, kind of following whatever the SPY is doing, of course. AMC, AMC is 477. Was down quite a bit, trying to get a bounce going here. I just have no trust in this stock at all, man. For like a bounce play, I just think their fun is over at least for now, and has been for some time. Put as a possible for the moment. Nvidia, we do have on deck, guys. That looks decent. Disney, what's going on with Disney? I don't think Disney is in play. It's pretty much flat right now, no volume. I mean, usually Disney doesn't get great volume to begin with. Any earnings on this or something going on? No. So we don't see them until February aftermarket. So yeah, I don't see anything uh interesting on it at the moment on Disney. SoFi. I know you guys. Oh, sorry, I skipped a few here. Tesla. We do have Tesla. No, sorry, I meant to add Tesla. We looked at it, but I meant to add it. Definitely in play, guys. 1.2 million shares traded. Sold off what $100 yesterday. I mean, this stock is definitely in play. We'll see where things go. And Baba triple bottom on the daily. Where do we see that? Yeah, well, yeah, you have good support here at this previous day close line. I definitely agree with that. In the red, a little bit lower, trying to stay in the green.
I'd be super careful with that.
Yeah, I mean, I
You
just don't.
break that. You break that low is more of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I don't want this for a bounce. If I want to take this, I want to take this below that because that is where the floodgates are going to open. If you bounce up here, it might not get a great continuation. You don't know. You don't know. But as far as the daily, yes, looks interesting. Pre-market activities, okay. You don't have great volume as we've seen in the past. A few times that me and Norm have been looking at Baba, notice it's been a really nice gap up with some decent volume, 800, almost a million shares traded, and then it's just kind of a little bit choppy at the open, and then it just kind of sells off. For the most part, it's been selling off, and that has created good opportunities. Here, pretty much flat right now. I'm not
Excuse me.
sure, not sure. But we can take a look at it a little bit later and see how if that's getting any better. What time we got? 8:48. Rivian. Let's take a look at Rivian today. What's going on, Rivian? No, I don't see anything here. Pretty much flat right now. Yeah, not much going on. A lot of stocks looking like this as the SPY is bouncing a little bit. So I don't think this is really in play. And some of these guys are not obviously they don't have their own catalyst, right? Most of them is overall market movement, but we're getting at least decent pre-market activity, right? Look at Apple. Looks great pre-market activity, and they also had earnings last night, so they have a few
Mhm.
things going for them there. And all tech area has been great. Neo, the drops on Neo here, man, every day is red since what's this? The 18? Every
Yeah,
day here's red.
China.
Gapped up, doesn't matter, is red. So that is we're getting into some very interesting stuff here on Neo. I mean, we haven't been down here. This is 52-week low. I mean, Neo is just wow. We do have shares for short on this one. So yeah, we'll keep this one on deck. Great volume today, guys. 1.9 million shares traded on that thing. AMD is good. Lucid. Yeah, I think we have a pretty decent list for now, guys. And again, we got to come back to our gappers list a little bit later because I think that's going to look different depending how things go. Already on our gapping down, you see a couple of more names coming up here. We have SQ. We have Lucid showing up here now. So yeah, let's look at SQ because SQ was decent yesterday as well. Look at this drop we had here. So that was decent yesterday. Pre-market activity, no, not better than yesterday at all. So daily looks interesting. The daily does, but outside of that, I'm not seeing anything as far as the pre-market at the moment. So far, I see that on both sides of the field. Let's get to that one, and then we'll get over to our YouTube friends here. So far this morning, 1.4 million. Yesterday it looks like a huge, yeah, big sell-off, like most other things did, right? You could watch anything, and really there was a nice sell-off yesterday. But SoFi actually did this pretty clean. I did not have it on my list, but that was pretty clean sell-off yesterday. Today they got the volume worth taking a look at. Worth taking a look at. They definitely are trading heavy, 1.4 million. So that's significant there. Yeah, worth taking a look at on that one. What else we have, guys? Neo, we have on deck. That's good. LLTSM is a foreign stock. They had a couple of days where they have done something and they got some good volume and actually traded decent, but for the most part, they're not really in play and they don't trade very well. So I keep this off my
They were
list.
trading great the other day, but yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
Most of the
yeah.
time, it doesn't trade great.
And even when they traded great that day, I still didn't keep it on my list. It's like one of those stocks that, I'd rather watch something else. But, you look back and, yeah, they traded very good. I think some of the members took advantage of that. Few more here, guys. JMPR. No, and this, actually, no, this is Jupiter or something. Juniper. This doesn't trade well. We've seen it before. It's no good. SBLK. Not sure what this is. No, this is no good neither, guys. No volume today. So again, I know you're throwing this out, Francis, but I just don't see what you're looking at here. It just doesn't look good daily. Also, just not good this morning. BT, CS, and just in case, guys, if you're throwing out tickers that maybe you're in a position, right, and you're trying to figure out, what do we think about it? We're not going to give you that because we're looking at only at day trade stuff. So don't throw stuff out there that maybe you're holding on to or want to figure out. Hey, is this going to go in my direction?
Trying to pump it on the show.
What do Carlos and Norm think? Yeah, we're not going to give you that because we don't really care long term. We're looking here just at the intraday, and both of these BTCS and SBLK are not looking nice at all at the moment for what we're looking for. Again, we do not know your strategy. Maybe what you are looking for, this hits all the criteria and go for it. Every trader is slightly different what they're looking for. Microsoft's got some volume here, guys. 492. It's had a couple of good days in here. Yeah, I think you can watch this one again. We've been so tech heavy, right? I mean, tech is where it's at. Is
Yeah,
where
the
we've
cues have
been.
been.
Yeah, Qs. It's where it's been getting just crazy movement. Their stocks are following whatever the overall Qs are doing. So yeah, you can watch Microsoft, NVIDIA. We have Tesla. We have AMD. I mean, Apple. you know, you, yeah, you can watch all that and be okay. All right, guys, I think we're all set here. Let's go over to our community events and announcements. We're going to come back and fine tune this list, and we'll see if more stuff pops up on our gappers list, which I am hoping we do get. Let me just
Yeah, I
restart
think
this
it
here.
will.
And oh, hold on. Let me move it over to the next one. There you go.
All right, Peter's webinar should be posted the next Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Eamon will be talking about ABCD pattern trading. Creatus webinar posted as well, I believe, already. And then on Wednesday, we'll have a Mastermind Pro presentation from Dr. Kenneth Reed. So tune in there, 8 p.m. next Wednesday. If you have not checked it out, go to stocktradingsimulator.com for our free web-based replay simulator. You don't have to sign up for anything, but if you'd like to, you can put your email in to receive homework assignments. Those come out about twice a week. We do not sell that email list. We do not spam you. So take a look at that when you get a chance. And if you're watching on YouTube, haven't been in the chat, you'd like to give it a try, go to bearbulltraders.com, scroll down about halfway down the page. You'll see that test drive now button. You can click that, sign up for an intro membership, which is 7 calendar days, 5 trading days in the room. If you use the promo code premarket24, it'll get you a discount off of the normal rate, and it does not recur. It just charges you once, after which it cancels. Also, if you'd like to become an elite member, you can use the promo code WINNER40 to take advantage of our current promotion. 40% off the elite annual membership.
All right, perfect. Norm, thank you for that. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's chop up this list here, starting with quick recap of what we have. We have Apple, we have Neo, great volume there. Neo again just getting slammed here. We have AMD looking good as well, good volume there. 1.1 million shares traded. Lucid 1.44, even 4 is looking good this morning, guys. 1.3 million shares traded and also actually moving very well. I like their daily here, right? We kind of dropped a bit the last couple of weeks here from where we were sitting at, and now it's just kind of trying to find a base in here. So that looks interesting. And then Tesla, of course, getting a huge drop yesterday. And we'll see where that goes there. Pre-market action this morning looking very nice. Look how clean these candles are forming. 1.3 million. That is great as well. Look at Tesla on short selling restriction this morning, but we do have shares for short. So good so far. As a possible SoFi looks very good. It can actually probably replace one of these up here. We'll have to see. NVIDIA is, again, not going to have too much tech companies on here. You could pick your favorite ones between Microsoft, NVIDIA, and anything else out there. Baba is okay. AMC, I just have no hopes on. Hood is just entertainment. I mean, I don't know what's going to be happening there. Yeah, we have a decent list, guys. Let's go ahead and do some levels for this. Starting with Apple, I'm going to remove my levels from yesterday. And here we have our high of our pre-market. Apple had earnings yesterday. They're up 2.6 this morning. 167.67 is the high of the pre-market. Below that, you do have this one level here, 166. Right, you got a little bit of some touches on here. Again, not a major level, but definitely 166. You do want to have that in play here. In the pre-market, you're seeing some action around it here. I think also yesterday, right, after hours, you see some play around this when we had earnings. So could be interesting to have that there. Low of the pre-market, we're looking at 161.86 right now. We'll see if that is going to stay there as the low. And then towards the bottom of that, you got the nice base that we've been kind of building over the last 4 days. Right over here, guys, around 158. Just look at the support you're getting there. A few times we did drop pretty aggressive below. Below that, we managed to get above that. So showing good support there, guys, showing a little bit of strength on Apple at that target. We'll see how things are going to play out today. Here is Neo, guys. Neo, again, just on a complete downtrend, just kind of getting slammed here, as you can see it there. Low of the pre-market this morning, we're sitting at a 20 exactly. Yeah, 20 is the low of the pre-market, 20.01 right there. Then below this, towards the top, you got plenty. Let's go see what the bottom is on this thing here. Below that, we're going back to 2020, and this will be right around here, September, October timeframe. So you got a couple of levels. I definitely like this one here, 1780. I don't think we'll get there, but that is a very, very clear level there. As you can see, just look at the support you're getting off of that. The more touches, the better, of course. Then up here, we have 30, 1683, and then down here 15. Again, that's a stretch, but we're ready just in case anything is possible. Before we get there, we do have 1904. 1904 right on there. That is also a great level there. A couple of touches on here. It's not a huge level like the 1780. This 1780, I mean, it's major support there. But it's 1904, also pretty decent as well. So that's what we have there for Neo. Towards the bottom, guys, towards the top, highs and lows from the last two trading days are your most recent levels. You got the previous day close on here as well. Your high of your pre-market's a little bit higher than the previous day close, sitting at 21.06. So we can slam a level there as well. All right, let's take a look here. AMD this morning. Let's see here. AMD. What do we have? So AMD right now, low of the pre-market, we are at 99.92. That's your low right there. You got good pre-market activity, guys. 1.1 million shares traded. You definitely got a lot going on here. Towards the top, the high of the pre-market is above the previous day close. We are looking at a 103.91. So 103.91 is the low, sorry, the high of the pre-market this morning. And again, just good action right now. Tons of volume for AMD today. When was the last time we were down here? Down, man, this is a great area of support for AMD all last year. Not all last year, August, September, October. You can see that we kind of flirted with this level here, this 99.96 before we went on that insane run, right? We had a couple of runs actually. We consolidated for about 2-3 months here. Then we went on another crazy run that which didn't think AMD was going to be able to pull off, but they did pretty nicely there. So we're at this great area of support. Let's see if we can hold that. We have not been below the our low of our pre-market where we're at now since August, July timeframe. So right over here, we have one level here, had a huge nice breakout at 95.55. We also have one up here at 98. So 98, a couple of levels there. Not huge, but that's too much. There we go. Not a huge level, but definitely got some touches on there, right? So that is AMD, guys. We've been dropping, as you can see. Look at the overall picture on AMD. Look at this run, guys. 103 all the way to 165. It just kind of shows you how we're just kind of slamming right back down here on AMD on the last couple of days, couple of months, really. Lucid this morning, yeah, very explosive. Big drop yesterday, today, 1.5 million. It is on short selling restriction. We do have 27.54 as our low of our pre-market. Tested that a couple of times this morning already. So looking rather weak at the moment. It was green. It was in the green territory here. I guess after selling off so much, got a little pop, but has since then sold that off. And now we're in the red, down 2.4. Let's take a look at some levels below this 27.53. And if we zoom into here, we do have one right over here at a 26.28. Zoom out a little more. The big level is down here, all the way down here. That's the big one right there. You can see tons of support there. You got tons of moving averages happening around that area. This is around 24, 24, 23.54, right? You have another one down here at 22. So that is where you got a lot of the stuff happening. We'll see. I don't think we'll get there today, but definitely that's a level you want to have on your charts. Towards the top, guys, highs and lows from the last two trading days, previous day close. I'm going to mark down here our level high of the pre-market 30, 29.90 is the high of Lucid this morning. Taking a look at Ford, good activity today, has been trading very, very well. Some good continuation, some good movement, if you guys have seen. We're going to mark down 18.97 is our pre-market low. You see a lot of support in where the price is right now, slightly below that, where the previous day close line is. You see a lot of support here as well. I mean, we went sideways for quite some time here, just kind of ping pong action here between that previous day close and what seems to be, what is this, 2023, right? So a lot of sideways action there until we have a couple of breakouts here that turned out really nice. So, got plenty of levels towards the top. I just added 2023. You can add the high of the pre-market as well, so you have that in there. That is 1983. And then if we were to lose this 1897, if we were to lose that, which would be interesting because just look at some of the main supports up here, but you do have a couple of wicks that did dip below a few times. They managed to make, to bounce back up, but on here, that 1897 is where you have had some bounces, right? If you ever got to that, in after November, you did get a bounce off of that. So got it a couple of weeks ago, and we'll see what it does now, right? We're bouncing off that right now as well. Is that going to hold? So looking here, we do have towards the bottom. I only see 1796 as a good level. I don't see a lot of touches on this one. This one here has 1, 2, 3 days at least flirting with that. That is good to go there. Tesla this morning. Tesla, again, a lot of activity on this one. Huge drop yesterday. Low of the pre-market, 814 at the moment. And then towards the bottom, and this daily's all over the place. Let's get towards the bottom here. Let's zoom into October. This guy gets a little bit cleaner. That's a little bit better. Right here, a 784. This is going to be an area of resistance more than not, right? Became a little bit of support here, but for the most part, it was an area of resistance when you had this nice little run there. So 784 is good. Towards the top here, I wouldn't put too much weight on this one, but this $800 mark is going to be important, right? So you got a couple of touches on there as well as far as resistance. So you want to have that there. That's going to be important for it as well. Um, Very good action this morning, guys, on Tesla right now. 1.4. Just look at the activity you're getting here in the pre-market today. High of the pre-market at 846, and then yeah, I don't think you have anything significant between 846 and 900. Just zooming in here. Yeah, you have this over here, 875 on Tesla. So we got a lot of levels on this one, guys, because this thing can drop, $50, $100 like nothing, like we saw yesterday. So we have a very large range of levels on this one this morning. All right, so that is what we have, guys. Apple this morning looking good. Neo, just look at the volume in all these stocks, right? The volume of 5.6, 2.1, and then all of these are sitting at 1 million and 1.5 million. I mean, it's just insane volume. Lucid is good. Ford doing very well, and Tesla, of course, definitely in play this morning. All right, we have quite a bit of stuff here. I'll wait for the moderators to kind of put their list together and throw that out and see what they have this morning. And we'll be looking out for the gappers list to see if anything else comes out as the SPY continues to develop here and trying to get into the green territory here, trying to hold this. What is this? 430. Trying to hold 430, right? It's done a pretty good job the last couple of days to try to hold this. Yes, we did have a drop to 420, and the earth was about to collapse, and then we recovered, and we're holding this 430 here. This morning already we did drop to 426. I would love to see how this Friday is going to end. So yeah, looking very interesting this morning for sure. All right, anything else, guys, that we might have missed? Why are you gonna do that? Why are you gonna do that? Let's get rid of you here. Put this guy in timeout. See you later. There you go. Remove. See ya. Okay. Yeah, don't spam the chat, guys, on YouTube. Don't do that. All right. There he goes. He went bye-bye. All right. What do we have here? Let's look at our moderators lineup. As I am doing this over on YouTube, please smack that thumbs up. We appreciate it very, very much. It does help out the channel a lot. We're sitting only at 78 likes. Ouch. Ouch. It's not, Norm and I do not control the market. So if you're not happy with what the market is doing, don't blame us. Help us out with the likes. All right, let's go over here, guys. Let's take a look at it. Man, I forgot to resize this properly. Hold on. Oh, this is all over the place. Let's get this together here. Here we go. There we are. All right, perfect. Thank you, guys. 111. That's a little more better. 147, climbing nicely. Okay, let's take a look here. Moderators lineup. Let's see what our moderators are looking at today. And the list looks very light for the most part. Not a whole lot of tickers, which is good. IPOs for this morning and SPACs. There it is for Peter. Heading down towards the bottom. We got ladies. We do have BBT Women's Happy Hour at the market close today. So definitely sign up for that. Contact Tiffany to be able to join that. So do that there. Her email address, you can reach out to her to get the information to join the happy hour. So have fun, ladies. Peter's watch list: AMD, Apple, Ford. Secondary list: Visa, Hood, and Lucid. Mike, not liking a whole lot today, so he'll be looking at CVX, V, and SQ as some possibles there. Dima, Apple, and AMD. Susan, welcome to the community, Susan. Welcome to the mod team. Her list this morning: AMD, Tesla, and Lucid. Megan is looking at F, Oxy, and AMD. Hey, Megan, is that the same list from yesterday? You look at the same thing from yesterday. That kind of tells you don't have to go too far to find a watch list with the way this market is trading. Jared, AMD, Apple, Tesla, and Boyle for fun, natural gas, and see what's happening in that area. Tiffany's list: Apple, AMD. Secondary list: Tesla and Hood. And that is what we have so far, guys. So again, uh, I think same thing we've been doing all week, guys. Just watching the SPY, picking your favorite tickers, and kind of see how things are developing there, right? I mean, I had Apple on my watch every single day this week. Neo, not so much, but again, they're looking very interesting today. Down huge this morning. Well, not huge, but down quite a bit based on their daily. AMD has been fun. Lucid, they've been okay, but after the drop yesterday, definitely worth seeing what they're going to do today. Good volume this morning, great pre-market activity, red to green move. Again, just not having a good time there. Ford, we'll see if this thing can get going. And then Tesla, obviously, definitely in play with the volume we are getting there alone. So uh, let's see what else we have. I think we're pretty much set, guys. We are pretty much good to go here. It is only 9:08 Eastern time, so we got a little bit of time here. We'll wait for some other moderators to send out their list, but for the most part, you see what a lot of us are watching there. Any questions that we might be able to answer or get to on this Friday morning? It is snowing here in the East Coast, so we'll see. It's supposed to be a big storm. We'll see how decent it's going to be out here in New Jersey. All right, guys, we are pretty much set. What counts as a good pre-market price action aside from being clean? I mean, that is what you're looking for. You want to see volume. You want to see a range, right? So when I say a range, that's when we say, hey, clean pre-market activities. Usually you want to see a range of movement, right? So you want to see a movement like Tesla. This is a great pre-market activity for Tesla. Why? You have movement, which you need right now. Us day traders, we need movement, right? If it's not moving, it's not going to do anything for us. Volume is very, very important. But you see some stocks that get the volume, right? This is why you have to look under the hood, right? You sometimes see something that's gapping up 15%, has 1.5 million shares traded, but the stock looks like this here, right? Like this part over here. You don't want to be involved in that. You need this. You need this type of movement. This is good, clean pre-market activity. Now, as the more you do this, right, that after you spend months, weeks, years watching tickers, you know that there's some tickers, right, based on the experience you're going to build, because a lot of people don't think about building experience when it comes to live trading, and that's something you really gotta understand, right? It doesn't happen overnight. We look at SQ and you look at this pre-market activity, we're like, well, wait, this pre-market activity sucks compared to like a Tesla or an Apple. But if they have more volume, not today, but if they have more volume, SQ, we know is not going to put in a great pre-market activity because they're sitting on the New York Stock Exchange. Plus, it's a ticker that doesn't usually trade heavy volume in the pre-market, but can still put in a great day, right? So the only reason we know that is because we've been watching SQ for the last 3 years that we've been trading, right? So we know that for a fact. We have members in the community that have been trading for a lot longer than that. That also been watching SQ. So they know how this stock trades, right? So you build that experience as you go, right? Some of the stuff that we're mentioning is not because it's on the charts here. It's because we have it from the experience we have built, and the experience changed. For example, Ford, we would never look at Ford. A year ago, we would never even bother looking at Ford. Well, now Ford has changed, so our experience with Ford has shown that it can be a good stock to watch, put on the watch list, because it has changed the way it trades. So stocks do change, and you're going to see that throughout the community. There was one point where our watch list included, when I first started, watching Andrew. Andrew had MU and AMD on his list every single day, and actually MU was a better trader than AMD. AMD was like, if you got 10 cents move on AMD, you were golden. So now it's changed. It's changed the way it's traded. It's changed the way it gets the volume. So you adapt as you go forward. But again, guys, that experience building is so important. You got to build that experience, not just in the simulator. You got to build it in the live environment as well. So if you're just starting out, because I know we get this quite a bit, if you're just starting out, just give it time. You need that screen time to start building, that experience. Very, very important. Yep. So what's the deal with Neo? Yeah, Neo's got, again, huge volume today. Huge volume on Neo. 2.2 million already. They have not been having a great time, as you can see on their daily. They lost this good level here. I thought they were going to hold here. Look at this level they lost at 27. And since then, it has not been good for them, guys. It's just been gap up, sell down, gap up, sell down. It hasn't been great. They are not having a good time, right? That is Neo. Carlos, is it preferable to trade stocks that are breaking out of range on a daily? Yeah, it depends on your strategy. I mean, I know there's some range traders that that's all they do. They wait for that breakout out of the range, but it depends on your strategy, right? A stock can be trading in the range, and some of us will find an amazing opportunity here, an open range breakup on a 5 minute, right? Somebody else might find another opportunity here when it breaks out of this level, for the high of the day, for the high all time highs or whatever the case may be. So it all depends on your strategy. There's not a set answer for that. And that's what makes trading so difficult. Everyone might be looking for, one set criteria that, okay, this is the be all end all. And unfortunately, guys, in trading, that's not the way it works. This is why it's so important to find out what works for you. You got to find out what works for you. That is critical in trading. Well, the minute you do that, you are going to be light years ahead of your learning curve. So um, that is the key. And unfortunately, the only way to do that is to spend time looking at these charts, preparing, trading, testing things, and just kind of going back to the drawing board when something is not working. There's again so many different right ways to trade. I'll tell you this much: the one thing that is the same across the board, the one common dominant denominator is going to be your discipline. I don't care how you trade. If you're not disciplined, if you don't have great risk management, you're not going to be here for a long time. It's as simple as that. That's the one thing that your mindset, your mind, when it comes to trading, your psychology has to be on point, and you got to build that. You got to build that with time. All right, guys, we answered a couple of questions there. 9:13. Let's recap our list this morning. We have Apple looking good, great volume. We have Neo, good volume there as well. Great pre-market activity, got a nice little range. Good daily too, guys. This daily here, again, is very extended. We'll have to see. I'm not saying that it's going to be a long for today, but interesting to see how we're going to be opening up for Neo. We're going to see more weakness after. I mean, what is this? It's like 5, 7, 10 days all in the red. No bueno. AMD here. AMD is good as well. Lucid could be very explosive. Huge 2 days here towards the downside. Let's see if there's any kind of bounce here today, or we're going to continue on the flush. 4.5 here. Doesn't look. It looks okay, not great. We've seen better, and obviously Tesla definitely in place. So that's our list for this Friday, guys. As we end the week, all eyes, of course, on the SPY and also on the Qs. We've seen this whole week and last week how the SPY and the Qs have kind of taken control of things. Doesn't matter if the stock is in play or not. If the Qs and the SPY is pushing in one direction, your stock can follow suit. So just be aware of that. Eyes on the scanners, and we'll be paying attention to what these two indexes are doing here to take advantage of some opportunities. So the SPY is pretty much flat right now. We're back up flat here this morning. We were we were a little bit in the green, heavy in the red, and now back up to this area here. And the daily looking very interesting. Again, just looking at the daily, not looking at anything else. It looks like there is some support happening here, but man, it still looks a little weak because every time we gap up, we just kind of sell right back down. So we're below this here, or right at it. Gonna be an interesting Friday. Guys, take care, trade safe. Remember to be disciplined today. It is Friday, so do not be a hero. Do not try to be a hero. Be patient with the process. Sometimes I can't tell you how many times the market opens, we go flat or choppy for like the first hour, 30 minutes. Be aware of this. If you're getting stopped out in the first 30 minutes 3 or 4 times, stop trading, take a break, see what's happening, come back. Just zoom out, look at the bigger picture, and see what is going on. You might just be stuck in this range, this choppiness that happens at the beginning. And then you look back after you take your break, you come back and you see how well things traded after the fact. And you got this mess here that you were just trying to force your way into. Don't do that. Be patient. It's better to wait a little bit and get into the right party than be early and be at the wrong party. Don't do that. Don't be that guy sitting there saying, where the hell is everybody? You don't want to do that. So have an amazing Friday, guys. Stay safe. We will see you guys on Monday. And again, have an amazing weekend. Take care, everyone.
Yeah. Take care, guys. Trade safe.